Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. A big game here between the Steelers and the Bengals. We suddenly find ourselves, the AFC North is available on Bumble, ready to go. Who is going to take the division? Obviously can't steal it tonight, but you definitely help yourself here. So, going to be a great game. We also have Major League Baseball. Not only do we have a game going on right now, we also have another game happening tonight between the Blue Jays and the Mariners. So, keep me updated there. We'll break all of it down and get ready to go. But it's so good to see everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Drop your picks in the chat. Drop first touchdown plays, all of it. I'll get to it. Don't worry. But we're going to jump into the game here because I think we've got an interesting one. All right, Steelers at the Bengals. Steelers, a 5.5-point favorite. Bengals plus 225 on the money line and a total of 45.5. So, Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin on the road, short week, 5.5-point favorites. Joe Flacco, just, get this cup of coffee refilled there in Cincinnati. And, we're going to go through the offense, go through the film, what this offense looks like, in Cincinnati under Joe Flacco now. And quite frankly, he came out firing, and he's going to do the same thing tonight. But where are you feeling? Spread, total, money line? Fire it all out. Drop it in the chat. My man, Big Aubie said, AB, y'all better start putting some respect on the Steelers. Hey, they're 4-1, man. This team's getting the job done. We're going to break it down, go through it all. Now, let's jump into the game here and jump into the picks because we got some baseball mixed in, all right? And we need to get after it. So we can't waste any time. Jump right into the picks. Okay. Steelers money line and Joe Flacco interception. Aubie, you asked to pay respect to the Steelers, and I'm doing it right here. Steelers win the game. Joe Flacco throws a pick, minus 105. All right, next up, Steelers, Bengals, both to score 1+ rushing touchdown, plus 200. Plus 200. Now, the field goal, both teams over 33 yards each, of course. Riding that one. Look, if the books are going to give us this one tonight, I understand that touchdowns could come at a premium. But if you're going to give me both to score 1+ rushing touchdown at plus 200, I'm going to take that. I got it at DraftKings under game props. Jermaine 34 say, yo, what up, gang? Hey, what up, man? Good to see you, man. So good to see you. How we doing? All right. Those are the first two. All right. The third one here. Let's mess around, take the Bengals and move the spread to plus 10.5. And then let's add in the Blue Jays and the Mariners over 5.5 at minus 110. So you see what we're doing here? We're kind of playing a teaser across two different sports. Let's mess around with this and see if we can find something here. So we'll take the Bengals. We'll move that all the way up to plus 10.5. And then we'll move the Blue Jays Mariners down from 7.5 to 5.5. Play the over, minus 110. Bengals team total over 18.5. There's a chance the Bengals kind of go off a little bit. Do they win the game? They could. They absolutely could. I don't know if they do, but they could. That being said, though, let me get that team total over 18.5. I think Flacco could get there. And then finally, DK Metcalf of the Steelers, wide receiver, longest reception over 26.5 yards at minus 115. We're going to break down the film of Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. And we're going to break down, obviously, both teams. Everything you need to know. Addison, let's mess around. Aubie said, walk a Flacco flame. That's good. Big Tim, Flacco, 1 rush attempt and Rodgers over half a rushing yard. Let's ride. Yes. I like it, Tim. I love it. Big Chris, good to be back on a Thursday evening. Been a long week, brother. Been wondering how you doing. Hope your week's going all right. No, it's been long, but welcome home, brother. Grab your seat, man, in a cold one there. All right. Bibbo says, give me Jonnu Smith for the first touchdown. Funny you say that. Cough, cough. Bibbo, I like that play. All right. So those are the 5. Now, you might be saying, AB, man, we're looking to have some fun. We've got playoff baseball, Thursday night football. Bibbo, I did too. So why don't we try some stuff? Now, if anybody is risk adverse, I get it. But I'm very much not. And if anybody else falls in that category, I'm going to throw 3 parlays at you. Okay? I call this the Randall Mims special. All right, look at Mims in the chat right there. Look, perfect timing. All right, this is some Mims work right here. So I'm going to show you 3 parlays. They're 2 legs each, and they're tonight. You tell me if you like any of these. Number 1. All right, and you can mix and match. I'll show you what I mean. Let me read through them. Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners, 1+ hit, run, or RBI with Chase Brown, anytime touchdown, plus 176. Okay. Number 2, DK Metcalf, anytime touchdown, Vladimir Guerrero, 1+ hit, run, or RBI, plus 211. Okay. Number 3, Cal Raleigh, 1+ hit, run, and or RBI, and Jalen Warren, anytime touchdown, plus 145. Now, I put these 3 up here to say we've got options on some 2-leg parlays. Okay, so I gave you 3 examples, and the reason I gave 3 examples is to show these combinations might not be the right ones, so to say, but we might have it in there. So let me know which one you like and how you would adjust. And again, for anybody that's brand new, that's what this show is all about. Do not be afraid to disagree. Number 1, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Number 2, that's not the point. The point is to get parlays and all of these correct, right? So feel free. Like that's designed with what we're doing. So if you're brand new, hey, jump in the mix, jump in the fold. Let me know what you like. All right. So again, let me go through them. Randall said he likes the second one. All right. So this is the first one. Julio Rodriguez, 1+, hit, run, and RBI. Chase Brown. So that means if you're new to this, 1+ hit, run, and RBI, all we have to get is 1, either a hit, either a run, or an RBI. Any of those. We just need 1. Okay, so we've got all the guys set at 1. So here's the name of the game is that, all right, that's number 1. Number 2 was DK Metcalf, anytime TD, Vlad Guerrero, 1+ hit, run, RBI, plus 211. Okay, and then number 3, Cal Raleigh and Jalen Warren. So I show 3 of them to say we can mix and match the players how we like. You might not like Cal Raleigh and Jalen Warren, but you might like Cal Raleigh and DK Metcalf. Right? Or you might like Vladimir Guerrero and Chase Brown instead of Julio Rodriguez. So again, let me know. Drop them in the chat if there's anything that you like. I played these 3, but I wanted to put the 3 up there just to show the possibilities, right? So Randall says number 2, that was DK and Vladdy. John says number 3, that was Cal Raleigh and Jalen Warren. Chris says number 3 as well. There you go. Oh, hey, right here. All on one slip is what I would do. Now we're talking. Hey, I'll do that. I'll ride it with you. I'm in. Matty Ice, low volume, tucked away in my daughter's gymnastics class. What up, gang? Hey, what up, G? That's awesome, man. Glad you're a good dad. You're a real good dad. All right. So those are the 3 parlays. Now, we've got more parlays, don't worry. But I wanted to introduce those. And again, I go back to it. Play any of these parlays how you want to get down. But I took these to the bare minimum. 1 hit runner RBI and then, an anytime touchdown. So be careful if you start mixing in 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs. Can get tough. You know what I mean? And obviously touchdowns. So, okay. There we go. All right. Let's jump into these 2 teams. So getting to know who these 2 teams are. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. Points per game. Week 1, 34, 17, 21, 24, 23. So the Steelers are a 3-touchdown team and a field goal. Now, you look at the Bengals. So you could pretty much just cross all that stuff out except against Green Bay with Joe Flacco. Because now you got a new quarterback. So a lot of that just doesn't matter. But, I mean, Flacco putting up 18. Now, look at that first quarter, second quarter. You notice those zeros? That's the sign of my quarterback's been here for 3 days. Of course, it's going to start slow. But he picked up. 18 points, all scored the second half. Like, I feel good with the Bengals, at least kind of just normalizing, right? I'm not saying they're going to win the game. But, yeah. So, yeah. All right. So that's what you're dealing with, man. That is, whoa, that was out of control. These 2 teams. Now let's bring down the quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, Bengals images were not easy to find. So I don't know why he's screaming at Aaron Rodgers, but there you go. All right. What are the books telling you in terms of player props tonight? They're telling you that there's going to be some passing in this game. Aaron Rodgers over under 224.5 passing yards. Flacco 232. Attempts 29.5. Jermaine, I'm laughing. That's funny. 29.5 over under passing attempts for Aaron Rodgers. 37.5 for Joe Flacco. Look at that. And I'll show you Chase Brown's numbers too. It correlates. Bengals going to be throwing the football. Completions 21.5, 23.5 respectively. Longest completion 35.5 for A-Rod, 33.5 for Flacco. Interception plus 115 for A-Rod, minus 170 for Joseph Flacco there. All right. Well, let me step back here. All right, real quick. So the books are telling you that both these teams are going to come out, and they're eventually going to have to start throwing the football. Hopefully, we don't get stuck in that monotonous, gelatinous run game. Because both teams are going to have to run the football, but they're gonna start throwing. They're gonna start chucking. Okay, because why not? Like, I think you have a weird, fun rivalry between these 2 quarterbacks. Like the 2 40-year-olds. Like, there's just something there. Like, and I mean it like fun and respectful. Like, not, being a jerk, not, Jay Cutler and Phillip Rivers trying to fight each other on the field. Dude, just start throwing hands. But I think they're going to get after it. And I think they're going to feed off each other a little bit. There's a chance, man, if we can get out of that just slow run game, game script, which, again, I'm not against the run game. Like, yeah. But Jamar Chase could get out and do his thing. And same thing with DK Metcalf on the Steelers side, right? Like, you got 2 alpha X's, like X number 1 wide receivers, right? Yeah, it's going to be dope. So you're going to see some passing here. Now, let's take a look at the run game. So Jaylen Warren for the Steelers, Chase Brown of the Bengals. Look at these numbers in terms of rushing yards. Over under 49.5 for Jaylen, 44.5 for Chase Brown. Again, use the information that the books are telling you. They're feeling some passing yards in this game, right? All right, rushing attempts, 12.5 on both sides. Longest rush, 12.5 for Jaylen Warren, 10.5 for Chase Brown. My goodness, man. Like, these are very attainable numbers. These are not, doofus running backs here, man. Anytime TD minus 130, plus 110, 2 touchdowns, plus 400, and plus 650. Yeah, Jermaine says Jamar Chase should easily cook these guys. And Chase said we already know how they coming. Yep. Hey, he's such a stud for real. Yeah. So both of these guys are going to be there in the pass game. Yeah, Cyclone. I think Chase gets the checkdowns tonight. Yep. So these running backs are going to be involved in the game. Like, we're not saying that they aren't, but it could get creative. Gabe, my man, Mariners, Blue Jays, both teams scored 2+ runs. A-Rod under 31.5 pass attempts, under 53. And I added in Chase Brown 25+ on MGM plus 225. Gabe, I love it, man. That's solid, dude. Jinxie, what's good, man? Good to see you. Big Justin, what's up, man? So good to see you, buddy. All right, so that's the run game, man. Again, just going off the numbers that the book set. Like, they feel it's a pass game, but again, these rushing numbers are very attainable. I mean, there's a chance where this game gets stuck in the mud for a while. So quantity, like rushing attempts, take a look, man. You get there. Got a feeling Flacco and Rodgers run it in tonight. Yeah, like I don't hate that either. That's a sneaky good look right there. Yeah, I don't know why. Hey, I tell you, like, I wasn't thinking it, right? Like, but now that you said it, like, I'm kind of in. Martez asks, who do y'all like for sacks? Yeah, drop that in the chat. For sure. Slick Rick, what's up, AB? What's up, brother? How we doing, man? Okay, so that is the run game here. Now, taking a look at rushing yards. So we talked about Jaylen Warren, Chase Brown, Kenneth Gainwell for the Steelers, over under 26.5. Samaje Perine for the Bengals, 17.5. Aaron Rodgers, you going over under 1.5 rushing yards. And Joe Flacco, you going over under half a rushing yard at plus 126. You take a look at rush attempts. Don't have them on DraftKings for the quarterbacks. But you get add in Kenneth Gainwell, 6.5 rushing attempts there for the Steelers side. Jinxie took 4 hockeys last night, over 4, and Warren over 30. Need that to finish off. Let's go. But Kevin Metcalf, over under 70.5 receiving yards. It's a big number. We're going to talk about it. Great question. Great timing. All right. DK Metcalf, over under 64.5 receiving yards. Jamar Chase, 74.5 receiving yards. So again, think of these teams and look at these numbers. We've seen, we've seen fewer over-unders in games before. Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, 2 stud wide receivers. They're going to be throwing the ball. Receptions, 4.5, 6.5. Longest reception, 26.5 for DK, 23.5 for Jamar Chase. That's a significant number. Look at DK there. Books are telling you Aaron Rodgers is going to chuck a few deep, and I'm going to show you exactly why they're right. Because there's an area where Aaron Rodgers, it's the Bermuda Triangle. Don't go there. But it ain't deep, and he's going to do that. Sorry, apologies. Didn't mean to do that. Anytime touchdown, 140 and plus 145. 2 touchdowns, plus 950 and plus 1,000 for Jamar Chase. So, again, pretty standard numbers in terms of touchdowns for wide receivers. Running backs obviously get more love in that category. But, yeah, I mean, look, the books are consistent. They are feeling passing and receiving yards tonight. They're feeling passing and receiving attempts, completions, receptions as well. And that longest reception for Jamar Chase at 23.5 is very low for somebody of his caliber. Yes, I understand. It's good defense, and I understand it's, a new quarterback. But I'm going to show you. Joe Flacco will throw it deep. There's zero question. Do not concern yourself of, like, that rookie game of, like, hey, I'm scared to throw. That ain't Flacco. He's coming out, though. Trust me, he's got the playbook down. Good to go. He went to an Ivy League school and he's got a Super Bowl ring. He gonna be all right. Like, you just be ready. The ball's coming. So there's a category of this game that can be really fun. And there's a category of this game that can be ungodly boring. And I so hope that we don't get the boring one. God, I hope we don't. Michael Stout, my man, said teaser time, Cincinnati and the under. There we go. I like it. Aubrey, would you be surprised if Aaron Rodgers throws under 200? No, because there is a scenario where Pittsburgh just absolutely chokes the life out of this game and has some early success and runs the hell out of the football. That's a very real scenario. I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen. I'm just saying that scenario is there. So no, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me. You know what I mean? Jermaine asks, any Samaje Perine love? So you know what's fascinating, man, is like I don't mind him for yardage and stuff, but he doesn't get the opportunity. Like I believe he's on 0 for rushing touchdowns this year. So it worries me if he'll get the opportunities. I mean, he could, like, if he's coming in to spell Chase Brown, right? But be careful. Now, that's speaking of touchdown. Yardage-wise, the number's very low, very attainable. I mean, he's going to get carries. He doesn't even have to be super long one. So, yeah, I would be careful with touchdowns, but yeah. Yeah, he has been doing good for Spit. Yeah, it's just an opportunity thing. What's the workload, right? Like, how many carries is he going to get in the red zone? Which has been low, but again, they might start working him in. That part, we're just going to find out. But yardage-wise, like, I would look yardage-wise until they prove that he's going to get the carries in the red zone. I would stick with yardage. But, yeah, it's a good look. Very attainable. You look at receptions here. T. Higgins, over under 4.5. Noah Fant, 3.5. Jonnu Smith, 3.5. You got good tight ends in this game. Kenneth Gainwell, 2.5. Chase Brown, 2.5. Jalen Warren, 2.5. Darnell Washington, 2.5. Andre Iashivas, I can never get his name right. 1.5. And Samaje Perine over under 1.5 as well. You look at receiving yards. T. Higgins, 47.5. Noah Fant, 28.5. Jonnu Smith, 27.5. Washington, 24. Jalen Warren, 19. Iosivas, 19.5. Gainwell, 17.5. Chase Brown, 16.5. Freiermuth, 13.5. Roman Wilson, 8.5. And Samaje Perine, 8.5 as well. So there you go. Big Tony said, off subject, but Ace Frehley of Kiss passed away today. Saw them so many times. My goodness, man. Kiss was, well, I don't want to say was. They are and one of the best to ever do it, right? So, Ace Frehley's a GOAT. John, AB, do you like either team to punt first drive? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind that, like, betting that in almost every primetime game. This one, yeah, I do. Rick, Shadows are killing us. Come on, Shadows. Big Kirk, Gainwell, 15+ rush. Higgins, 40+ receiving. DK, 40+ receiving. 60+ receiving. Parlay, plus 330. There we go. Big Kirk, thank you, sir. I like it. Drew, it would surprise me. Aaron Rodgers does pretty well in primetime games on Thursday night games. He averages 325, 2.8 passing touchdowns. I know he's not the same Aaron Rodgers, but he likes Thursdays. All right, so number one, great freaking stats. Drew, thank you. Number two, I agree with that too. And it's all about the game script that we get in this game. And it's so dependent on if we get Cincinnati in Pittsburgh, if we could just get a back and forth, right? If we get a back and forth game, man, back and forth games in any sport, they lead to overs, not only in scoring, but overs in props, etc. We don't want a blowout, and we don't want just, we can't move, right? So, yeah, like I agree, obviously, as well. And Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they're 4-1. So they're obviously playing pretty damn good. Big Chris Flacco's throwing 30-35, 40+ in Stefanski offense, 45 in first game of Cincy. Let's put it in context for props. Absolutely good call. And we're going to walk through the offense, what it looks like. He was slinging it. Like, there was no question. But I'm going to show you the little trick that they're doing, too, and it's real smart. Tim, Fant, longest reception, over 13.5, -110. I like it. Matty Boy passed away in Morristown, New Jersey, like 10 minutes from where I'm from. Also the home of Dan Quinn. Wow. There we go. And again, man, condolences to the Freely family. Kiss fans. Jermaine Dart scored a Tito's first drive so far. Yeah, hey, that's a good call. Real good call. Japan, Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown. Higgins over 4.5. Jalen Warren, 20 plus receiving, plus 897. Nice. I like that, man. All right, let's jump into parlays. So, all right, again, I messed around with these two. They're going to look a little different. All right, but I just want to put some stuff out here. So it might be a little tough to see. I'm going to leave it full screen, but a little different tonight. So let's go just left to right. All right, now, here's what you could do. I put the Mariners on the money line. You could put the Mariners or the Blue Jays, however you want to get down. But let me pull it back up. So baseball, whichever money line you want to get down with, and then Steelers money line, DK Metcalf, anytime TD, plus 445. Or you could take the over 7.5 in the Blue Jays Mariners game. Pair that with the Steelers, DK Metcalf, or insert your TD person of choice around plus 475. And then finally, Steelers, a standard one, take the spread down to -2.5, get it under 3. Jalen Warren, anytime TD. Aaron Rodgers, 200 plus passing yards, plus 230. Very standard fare. But plus 230, not a bad number. And you are getting running back anytime TD, Rodgers, 200 plus, and the Steelers spread down at -2.5. Big Kirk, like the second one, AB, plus 475. Yeah, over 7.5 of the baseball game. And then Steelers money line, DK Metcalf, anytime TD. Jinxie says, love Flacco, but I think Steelers might cover. Who knows? I'd probably tease spread and the over. All right. Baseball game's close. So let me flip it over. Now, same deal. Same deal. And I apologize. I know that it's probably tough to read. Yeah, I'll make sure to get a little larger next time. All right. So first one on the left, plus 452. Over 7.5 in the baseball game. Bengals take that spread to plus 7.5. Chase Brown, anytime TD, plus 452. Number 2, Blue Jays or Mariners money line, whichever way you want to go. Bengals plus 7.5. Jamar Chase, anytime TD, plus 609. And finally, Bengals plus 7.5. Chase Brown, anytime TD. Joe Flacco, 200 plus passing yards, plus 270. So what do you think on either side? Aubrey, that plus 270 can hit as well. Yeah, I dig that. I like moving the spreads too. Damn, I like that one. Yeah, like I like moving the spread and keeping it simple. And again, not that we're against wide receiver touchdowns, but playing running backs, just in general, the position, it's good to do it. So, all right, those are the 2 parlays. Now, let me get the picks back up here, and then we're going to break down these offenses. Then we'll get into touchdowns and all that. But I do want to get out of here to give you some time because I know that there's a lot going on sports-wise. So don't want to cloudy, muddy it up. Get in, get what we need, and go. Okay. So, Steelers money line, Joe Flacco, interception, -105. Steelers, Bengals, both to score 1 plus rushing touchdown, plus 200. Got that at DraftKings. Bengals, plus 10.5. And the Blue Jays, Mariners, over 5.5, -110. Bengals team total over 18.5, -125. We took that down from 19.5. And then finally, DK Metcalf, longest reception, over 26.5 yards. And I'll leave that up for just a second there so everybody can grab that. Got it? Good. Okay. All right, let's go. So those are the picks. Yeah, let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into the no-fly zone. Have some fun, break down these 2 teams. All right, so let's get to know the Bengals defense here. Secondary rankings: 14th short left, 13th short mid, 25th short right, 30th deep left, 11th deep mid, and 3rd deep right. Not a bad defense, all things considered. Now, they give up a bunch of passes up short. Short yardage. Jeez. And Aaron Rodgers, you want to see what the Steelers offense is doing? This is what they're doing. This versus Cleveland here, 21 of 30, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So what are the Steelers doing that's working? Well, 2 things. Number 1, take a look here and notice passes along the 5-yard line and around the line of scrimmage, specifically to the right and specifically to the left. Why? He uses the boundaries. We talk about this, that there are teams that either attack the middle of the field or they attack boundaries. And Aaron Rodgers is definitely a boundary guy. And what that does is it's safe. It protects you and protects against interceptions. And what I mean is wide receivers use the boundary, use their body to shield the defender behind them so that it's either a reception or the ball's going out of bounds. And Aaron Rodgers is pretty damn good at that. Mind you, the passes are also 5 yards and in, so you see a lot of completions. Note that. Aaron Rodgers completes a lot of passes. And he could chunk up yardage because there's one area where he gets into trouble. Okay? And you see this chart right here? You notice right across at like 10 to 20 yards, like he doesn't touch it. And there's a reason. Because he's not good at throwing in the intermediate for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, take a look. You see that? That's by design. Boy, that'd make you sick right there doing that a bunch of times. But that's by design. So what does that tell you? What you're going to get from this offense is a bunch of 5-yard passes and then chucking it deep. And the old man still got it. Rodgers is going to look deep quite a few times, more than a couple here. So pay attention to that. If I was talking to Aaron Rodgers about tonight, before we ran out into the tunnel, I'd say, look, man, you know the plan we talked about? It's working. We're 4-1, head of the division, on the road. Let's handle some business. Let's be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Go short, go long, what we just talked about. 5 yards, 50 yards. Just watch that intermediate. Jaylen Warren all night. Run the football. The more we run the football, the better we are. And I say we, speaking as if I was a coach. But I would say I want to run the football a lot. The less we have to throw, the better. Because we want to win the turnover battle. And that's how the Steelers get down. Chris Boswell, monster leg. His field goals, I believe, are over 2.5 tonight, not 1.5. So pay attention there. NFLCBS.com, getting in the mix. What's up, CBS? How we doing over there? How's Matt Ryan doing, my boy? I like old Matt Ryan. Good guy. Win the turnover battle. 3.5 stars for Aaron Rodgers to throw a pick tonight. Now, jumping to the other side. What do we need to know about this Bengals offense? Okay. Look at this chart. 29 of 45, 219, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Against the Packers. Look at Flacco. And quite frankly, this is all the second half. So they're going to throw the football. There's a reason why Chase Brown's numbers are low, and there's a reason why Flacco's numbers are very high. They're going to have to throw the football, and Flacco's not afraid to do it. All right, now this is definitely a 5 yards and in offense, but he will chuck. Like, you're going to get some. Now, the Steelers secondary, pretty damn good. 5th short left, 18th short mid, 18th short right. First in the NFL. Deep left. 21st, deep mid. 30th, deep right. He's going to chuck it. Now, the question is going to be, how much time is Flacco going to have back there? Great point by Chris. No Trey Hendrickson on defense for the Bengals. No pass rush. The DK longest reception's a no-brainer. I like the way you think. Absolutely. Rodgers going to have time back there. Flacco might not. So expect, you see this 5 yards, that 5-yard line? You're going to get a million of these passes tonight. However, Flacco will let it rip. But the question is going to be time. Now, you take a look at Flacco. This is last year for the Indianapolis Colts. Flacco's kind of on his nomad thing right here. You know when you're kind of you sign a Legends contract, if you're like a wrestler, like the Honky Tonk Man, start bouncing around. Federation. That's kind of what Flacco's done. I don't know where that came from. I apologize. But shout out to the Honky Tonk Man. Flacco can chuck it deep. You see yellow quadrants, meaning he's average in the NFL. Now, intermediate left, that's a problem area. And it makes sense. Joe Flacco is 40 years old and a right-handed quarterback, meaning that 36.8 quadrant, intermediate left, you're throwing across your body. That's the longest throw, theoretically, that you're going to make, especially if you're on the right hash, right? So it makes sense. But you see those green areas. That is where this offense is going to go. A little left to right action, all right, short, and then once they start expanding, it's going to be to the right. So if you're a live bettor, pay attention to who is lining up on the right side. You're going to get action. Max, yeah, I'm cool, I'm cocky, I'm bad. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. And Jimmy Hart is his manager. So good, dude. I'll wrestle anybody. Come on out, dude. So good. So anyway, so that's Joe Flacco. Now, if I were the Bengals coach talking to old Joe here, I'd say, buddy, look, it's going to be a little veteran showcase night. And have you seen Flacco on Instagram? Pictures of clocks up to Aaron Rodgers having fun. I love this. I hope that we get an old West dude, a gunsling tonight. Gunslinger. That's what I want. Flacco versus Rodgers. You got one ring. I got one ring. You did it in the NFC. I did it in the AFC. Dude, I'm in for this. Hey, CBS, what's up? How we doing? All right. Be the leader. Joe, this team is all over the board, but there's talent everywhere. Organize it. Help us out. If Flacco could do that. Feed the chases. Chase Brown, Jamar Chase. Don't overthink it. And Joe Flacco's a smart man. And he won't overthink it either. Feed them dogs. All right, then take your shots when available. Guess what? You can get back in this thing. Tracy said, "Who dey, baby?" Absolutely. Bengals, you want this division? Go get it. We're in insanity land. All right? You want it? Go take it. Start it tonight. 4 out of 5 stars, though, for old Joe to throw a pick. Oh, yeah. So, all right. That is both teams here. Let me get the picks back up here one more time. Then we're going to jump into touchdowns. So, AP, both to throw a pick plus 230. I don't hate it at all. The problem would be Rodgers, obviously. Now, I say that and he throws a pick on the first drive, but you could get in a scenario where you could be running out of time, and if they're up, you know what I mean? I don't hate the play, but go into it knowing all right, it's plus 230 for a reason. But I do dig it, though. I definitely do. All right, let me get the picks here. Steelers money line, Joe Flacco interception -105. Steelers Bengals both to score 1+ rushing touchdown +200. Bengals +10.5, and Blue Jays Mariners over 5.5. Bengals team total over 18.5, and DK Metcalf longest reception over 26.5 yards. All right, there we go. Okay, touchdowns. So if you're brand new, we play a game every single, primetime NFL game. You have to pick the first touchdown score, but it has to be at +1,000 odds or more. Now, you might be asking yourself, AB, that sounds tough. Sounds fun, but it sounds tough. What do I get if I win? Well, you get eternal glory. And if I can find the slides, there we go. We got a lot of slides. You will be remembered forever because we're great historic note takers here. And yeah, so there you go. So everybody that's in the club here, Spencer Kilgore is in. Big Zach Phelps is in. Matt Logan is in. Big Wayne, got 3 of them already. I've got 2. Thank you, Caleb Williams. It's Just Me is in. Big DC, Dan Clark's got 2. Ian Lights Out's got 3. Nice work, big dog. Peggy has 2. Moshe has 3. Father Whale is in. Marshall is in. Double Down has 2. Lydia is in. Pat is in. Cyclone is in. Big Dave Sherapin is in. My man Curtis is in. Matty Boy has 2. Big John has 2. Look at him. Nice work, John. Jared is in. Brian is in. Japan is in. Brad Betts is in. Drew Campbell is in. Big Kevin Charles is in. Addison is in. Jesse Rubes is in. Larry C is in. Z Money, welcome in. And Justin looking good. Fresh in the club. Got the edge up, looking sharp, my man. All right, so that is what you get. Now, there's a couple ways to play this game. Okay, +1,000 odds or more, first touchdown. Drop it in the chat, and everybody's welcome to play. Everybody, okay? Drop it in the chat, or you could drop it in the Discord, or you could drop it in both. Do your thing, but pick one of them. We'll get you. Don't worry. Drop it in, and we'll go through them here in just a second. So, yeah, fill the chat up. We'll go through them. Peggy, heck of a party, AB. Peggy, it is. I know. And look at you crushing it. Absolutely. Love it. All right. So, we have the poll in the chat. Let me pull that up real quick. And everybody's kind of feeling out. T. Higgins +1,400 at 44% is the poll winner. T. Higgins +1,400. So there we go. Now, you might be saying, AB, you're playing right. I see you with 2 in there. Where are you going? Johnny Smith. Bib, I wasn't lying. I'm with you, big dog. Oh, man. +1,500. Bibbo said, I'm feeling some sort of way after not seeing my name up there. Hey, Jonu's getting us in tonight. So that's who I'm going with. I'm on Jonu Smith +1,500. Now, so like I said, everybody is welcome and super encouraged to play and get in. So drop yours in the chat now. You can also drop it in the Discord if you'd like, and I will go through those. So let me put the picks up here. If you need a slide, also for anybody that is good, we're all set. There's nothing new that we're going to add in here. Touchdowns in the final part. So if you want to get your touchdown pick and you got to roll, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. So let you know that you're good to bounce. Yeah, and get on with it. So totally understand. Love you. Thank you. So good to see you. But if you want to hang out, please feel free to do it. Let me put the picks up here on the screen. And like I said, if you need a slide, if you need me to go to another one, no problem. Just let me know. Say, hey, can you bring up the parlays or whatever? Don't ever feel like you're gonna like interrupt the show. Trust me. With my applesauce brain, it's gonna get interrupted a lot. But anything that you need, let me know. So, all right, let me get the picks. JC says, I'm down for some wrestling talk. I am too. I am too. Rank your managers all time. Bobby Heenan, Jim Cornette, Jimmy Hart. Give me an order. Who's your top 4? Matty Boy, now we're just hanging out. Let's AB, fill some airtime and grab screenshots. I'll play some last-minute parlays. Absolutely, man. Dude, what about Indiana? Signetti signs an 8-year, $93 million deal to stay at Indiana. I'll tell you this, coaches saw Kalen DeBoer leave a great place like Washington. Grass ain't always greener. But DeBoer's doing all right. I mean, let me say, I've been around Alabama football my whole life. I've got nothing negative to say. It's Alabama football. They done some winning, right? But that job is oh God, that is a stressful life. Washington seems like a great spot. All right. Yeah. So okay. Let me get picks. There we go. Okay, so picks are up. All right. Keep dropping them in. Drop in anything you got. I'm gonna start going through it here. If I miss you, like read it off, don't worry. Like if you've got it in the chat, we got you in. Don't worry about that. But yeah, don't worry. Big Curtis, Noah Fant plus 2,800. There we go. Prince of Picks, Pat Fryermuth plus 3,000. I like that. Big Wayne on Kenneth Gainwell plus 1,200. There we go. Spell Dog, good to see, buddy. Ian Lights Out, bot double penetration. I know, dude. They're getting in. My man Marshall, Noah Fant plus 2,000. There we go. Weekday wagers. What's good, big dog? Peggy is going Kenneth Gainwell. There we go. Wenzel. Steelers defense special teams first touchdown. There we go. Japan going Rodgers. Big Ian, 3 diamonds in my grill. Yes, sir. Crushing it. Tracy going Noah Fant. Noah Fant, I like it. Tina, good to see you. Samaje P. Ryan plus 2,500. There we go. My man Kirk, Darnell Washington. Let's see. Big Jeff Gainwell plus 1,100. There we go. Jinxie, if I like Fant, beware. Ian, Darnell Washington. There we go. Big Rich. My man, sorry, I was laughing. The chat, you guys crack me up. Like, I love the chat so much. Aaron Rodgers plus 8,000. Rich, I like that. I like that. Jeff Gainwell, there we go. Drew, I'm going Johnny Smith, first TD plus 1,600. I like it. Big Joe, what's up, brother? T. Higgins, there we go. Darnell Washington. There we go. All right, there we go. On Gainwell in the Discord, too. There we go. T. Higgins, 1,200. Matty Boy. Chris, if you look at the box score, Bengals are giving up multiple 20-plus receiving yards to different receivers. Yeah, they're going to give up some yardage. Yeah, you got to play more, Bimbo. Come on, let's go. John time, baby. Big Brian is in with Washington. We're just in a different club tonight, but we get to the DTL club with Kenny G. Memphis style. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Big Kenneth Gainwell. My man Hawk going. Oh, sample plus 4,500. I like that one. I think it's the first one we've seen. Big Mosh on Gainwell. There we go. Tina, look at that whole game showing. I know. Look at him getting in the mix, Tina. I know. I love it. Double down, Johnny Smith. I like it. Big Max. T. Higgins first TD. Solid. I like that. Spell Dog said, love it, Brad. There we go. Martez on T. Higgins. I like that. Big Patrick. Noah Fant. There we go. Big Jep. Yay, Mosh. Let's see. What else we got? Matty Boy. Paul Bearer. Managers. There we go. Jeff, what's your thoughts on field goals? You know, I wanted to play Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals, but his number's at 2.5. I think field goals are very much in play. Now, McPherson could kick too for Cincinnati. The only issue would be there could be a scenario where Cincinnati's kind of pressed out of field goals, whether they're up big or down big. Again, I'm not saying that happens. I'm just laying out, the risks of that play. So I like them. I very much like them. A short week division game, Steelers and Bengals. Hell yeah, love field goals. There could be issues converting touchdowns tonight. Hawk, Paulie, yeah, oh yeah, dude. That episode is something to wrestle with. Bruce Pitchard about Paul Heyman. Oh my God, one of the funniest. Heyman is a genius. He's crazy. Oh, but somebody's got to be. I love it. Big Tony asks, "What's the food plan tonight?" Yeah, anybody making anything good? Tony, you going nachos? I like nachos, man. Big Wayne, Bobby Heenan, Paul Ellering. There we go. Jim Cornette. It's Sherry Martell. Great call. Sherry does not get the credit she deserved. She was doing it back in the AWA days. Like, she's an OG. Big Gabe, heading out. Got a lot going on. Let's have a great night. Gabe, absolutely. So good to see you, friend. Jeff, Miss Elizabeth. Yes. Oh, yeah. The Macho Man. Jinxie, prison talk, wrestling talk. Absolutely. We're going to have a day where we just go live and talk about everything but sports and just see where it goes. Brian, my man, Janu. I love it. Hey, and Brian, I got an email coming back to you too. Yeah, definitely in for that. Golf Talk newsletter. Gabe, go on. Samaje P. Ryan. There we go. Look at CBS. Music Note, Praise, Football, and the movie cut thing. How did that movie cut thing become like a thing? Like somebody designed that, like out of nowhere. And that's a question that really just doesn't need an answer. Martez is Flacco throwing 37 times. Probably. Yeah. I mean, look. Now, I'm saying it as like I'm agreeing with you, right? Like, take a look. This was last week. Now, I don't know if he throws it 45 times, but he ain't afraid to chuck it. You're going to want to watch time of possession. Time of possession is going to be a thing. Because actually both of these teams can eat up a lot of time of possession, and it's a road to nowhere, right? 8 minutes, 49 yards, punt. God, I hope we don't get that. But, yeah, I mean, Flacco's going to have to throw it a lot. It's just how many drives. Lambert, let's go live on a Friday night for college football games. I'm down, man. Hey, and the Substack, the newsletter, I think I finally got it down. We're going to have some fun on that. We're going to have a whole lot of fun on that. Prince, ABS, wondering what your thoughts are on the great matchup earlier today between FC Siskisera, Mir Curia Siuk, and CFR Cluj. Well, clearly, I'm a Skizerata. This sounds like a Mazda car, like a Mazda Scissorata. Doesn't that sound like an actual car? Like, bro, was that you in a brand new Mazda Scissorata? Strong. Tina. Prince trolling AP with that question. I know. It's so good. I love it. Please always continue to do that. Tina, I missed it. Who's your first TD pick? Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith. Kurt, Captain Lou Albano. Nice. Oh, Julio. Prince, you're funny. That was good. Addison Noah Fant. Son of Will. Roman. 2800. There we go. Roman Pierce. Prince anything soccer wise, except that game. All right, so Spencer's on. I don't. Is it Iasivas? I can't ever get that name right. Plus 2,700. Big Ben T Higgins. I like it, sir. Chris, no mention of Sonny or Sable. Surprising, yeah. Wasn't Sonny like the most downloaded woman on AOL? Horrible what her life turned into. Jesus Christ. Spell Dog picked up some Taco Bell. Now that is a first touchdown right there. CBS getting in the mix again. Face, orange TV shape. Face, orange TV shape. Tina, what are they doing? Tina, I don't know what they're trying to tell us. Tina's going pizza. Solid. Yeshivas, 3,000. Arby's. Arby's bacon cheddar burger, very underrated. Agreed. I am a huge Arby's guy. Their cherry turnovers, fire. I'm a beef and cheddar guy, but their Euros are fire. Their brisket is great. Fries are great. I'm a big Arby's guy. Plus, they have root beer too. I love root beer. NFLHD.com getting in the fold. We need more Big Brian golf talk on detail. I agree. It's always good to see Brian's smiling face. You guys seen the Goodyear ad with the Dr. Dre song? No, I haven't. Is it good? Big Jeff, got to do what you got to do, Brad. Joe, bots here for AB's picks. I know. CBS. Again. Speaker, laptop, football. They're big into movies. Paramount. I remember during COVID when I worked at CBS, they were all in on Top Gun 2. And they spent a lot of money on that, and it got paused. I don't blame them. I mean, it paid off. Oh, man. That's a massive company. It's just massive. The Nashville office, it was cool because you had all the different brands. So it was like we were CBS Sports, but then you could just like in the office, you just walk around the corner. It was like there's MTV, or whoever, because Viacom, Paramount just owned everything. We'd mess with them in the Slack. And like CMT, the country music television station. Oh, my goodness. Brad, I'm so old, I thought a Substack was a stack of subs. I would definitely take a stack of subs. I made a sandwich today of, it was Publix bread. It was like, kind of like a 5-grain bread. Pastrami, bunch of lettuce, and pepper jack cheese. And sriracha. It was fire. Prince. Impressive IAB crushes it every time. I think we have a difference in the meaning of the word crushes. Please continue to do that. I absolutely love it. Jeff, Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's the man. CBS Hourglass. Okay. Time's running out. Purple sand, orange, hourglass, purple sand, orange. All right, they're getting into the macabre here. Tina, yes, Tina, there we go. Tina's talking bots. You speak their language, Tina. I love it. Martez, Flacco, Rodgers, most passing yards, and Jalen Warner, Chase Brown, most rushing. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say Flacco just because you're going to get more opportunities. But it doesn't mean that I'm against Rodgers, right? But I would say Flacco. And rushing, I would say Jalen Warren. Now, again, that's just playing the percentages, right? But if it were the books would play Joe Flacco, and Jalen Warren. AB, everyone is coming over for the game, so bring your ass. Lock that in. That bet is happening. Y'all making any food? Is Tiff cooking? Tiffany. We did Ed McPherson under 6.5 kicking points, minus 130. It's a great look. Absolutely. Make sure to follow. Make sure to follow, subscribe, all that. Hey, and feel free, like, promote your stuff in the chat. Like, I know most shows, are anti that. We ain't like that. There's plenty of room for everybody. So make sure anybody that's got socials and things that we need to be following, drop that in. For real. You're not spamming the chat. It helps. Yeah. We're going to follow you. Might as well put it in so we don't have to go look it up. Hot go M's. There we go, baby. Tina, curly fries dipped in Arby's sauce. So good. It is so good. Their curly fries are so good. And the quality. I give Arby's credit too. It's pretty rare that I get like any bad fries. AB, you got to come out with the fun. Oh, man. Hey, hold on. How was that? Oh. Dude. So what Jeff's referencing, the Jackie Fargo strut, which became Ric Flair strut, right? Like Flair got that from Jackie Fargo. Oh, man. Randall got some egg rolls from Troy. Yes. Oh, Troy's there? Oh, hey, I cut my hair. I cut my own hair. Look at this. And I screwed it up horribly. So I'm going to need Troy to cut my hair tonight. Hey, ask Troy if he can cut my hair. That strut. I know. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Prince, AB, your top 3 favorite, excuse me, dipping sauces. Ooh, that's a good question. All right. That's a great question. McDonald's honey mustard, McDonald's barbecue. Tina, they're talking back to you. Look. Tina, you and the bots are having a conversation. They understand you. Wenzel said, them stripes making you look skinny, yet stay talking about food. You're a wild boy. Hey, I'll tell you, look, I have a body. All right. Now look, we'll do the walk again. Yeah. We definitely do eat a lot. But I don't know how we stay thin. I'll say I do pace. I get my steps in. Ian, Dodgers about to step on the Brewers' throat. Are they really? What's the score of that? I'm glad you brought that up. Three to 1 into the 6th. Addison Ranch, Prince, Buffalo sauce for sure. Dodgers gonna sweep. Wenzel. CBS getting in the mix again, getting in the fold there. In the trenches. TJ, what up, crew? What up, Tej? Good to see you, big boy. Addison Buffalo with you there. Matty Boy Queso. Addison Honey Mustard. Yes, sir. Matty Boy, appreciate the hell out of gang. Should say it every day like King Henry. Glad to be here. I'm telling you. And I need to say it too. Definitely glad to be here for sure. I appreciate every one of you. Cannot thank you all enough. Tony, the best is Flair going over the turnbuckle. He loved that move, didn't he? Ric Flair would get out and sell for you. That was a good thing about Flair. You know, I'll say this, man. I listened to Jim Cornette talk about why Ric Flair was such a great champion, you know, for the NWA. And he was like, dude, and he said it, and Arn Anderson said it too. They were like, dude, Rick, not a human being. Like, you know, being the champion back then, you had to look the part, be the guy, but you also had to keep up with that schedule, you know, and that was the thing that crushed a lot of dudes. It was like, now you're finally making the big money, but you're just running dead. And Ric Flair was like, I don't need sleep. Give me all of this. But Ric Flair would also sell for you. And he was smart. He knew how the game was played. When he'd go into your town, your city, your state, he put guys over. You know what I mean? Flair knew what the hell he was doing. He also drank his ass off. I went to his last match. Conrad Thompson and dude, old Slick Rick. That was in Nashville, Municipal Auditorium. And Flair headed to the bar for a late night. Oh, yeah. Hey, Flair said it best. He'd tell everybody, hey, I'm in the main event. Mine's last. Save me a seat and keep my drink cold. I'll be there. Y'all get there before me, but I'll be there. And the funniest part is that, you know, Flair was in the ring in the, like, championship match going for an hour. And in his head, he's like, I just want to get to the bar and pound shots and drinks. Like, but he always put on a show. That's the difference. That's the difference, is that Ric Flair knew. You always put on a show. You show up, make your bookings. Flair's a freak. I mean, y'all remember the Omni in Atlanta? Saw the Nature Boy, the crab, ripped up his robe. Wow. Oh, yeah, dude. Definitely remember the Omni. Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Dude, they had one like Center Stage, Techwood Drive out there. Randall Flair never drank water ever. Nope. When Ric Flair told that dude, I spent more money last year on spilt liquor than you made. And the dude quit in real life. Flair was just cutting a promo. And it got too real. Oh, my God. Like, Randall has got Ric Flair all over him. And most people learn to leave Randall alone and not push that button. But somebody's going to do it. Crack up. Oh, man. Randall would cut a Ric Flair type. CBS getting in the mix, man. All right. We get out of here, dude. I think the game's about to start. All right, my bad. My bad. All right. Let me hit the picks one more time, and we'll go. My bad. I meant to get y'all out early. Oh, my goodness. All right. Steelers money line, Joe Flacco interception. Steelers, Bengals. Both the score, 1+ rushing touchdown. Bengals plus 10.5. Blue Jays, Mariners over 5.5. Bengals team total over 18.5. DK Metcalf, longest reception. Over 26.5 yards. All right. So, okay, Randall, Tiff is cooking, or you said she made egg rolls. What's Harley doing? The bulldog. Tell Harley Uncle AB's on his way. All right. So good to see everybody. Thank you so much again. All right. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. And it's a huge Friday. So, yeah, be ready and let's get after it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I love y'all to death. I cannot thank you enough for all the support that you give DTL. Thank you. Y'all are the best. All right. See y'all in the morning. Have a good night. Let's cash these picks together. Peace. Who's got it better than us?